Hi, it's Stuart Klein again. This is the second half of assignment one, and for this reflective session, I want to talk about Creative Commons and just how it may impact or apply to my future teaching practice. I wanted to explore this topic because I recognize that this is definitely going to have an impact on any future media works that I use, create, or to utilize in my classroom. I think to give Creative Commons some context, we need to first understand copyright and why Creative Commons is there. So any creative works, whether it be video or journaling or writing, it's important to recognize that it automatically has copyright attached to it, which means it cannot be reused or reproduced in any way without having potential legal outcomes to it. Creative Commons was developed as a way to manage these terms and allow material to be shared and reused throughout the learning community. Creative Commons licenses, they provide free, flexible, and reusable tools to content creators. Basically, if you make something, you're giving permission for others to use it and reuse it. What caught my attention as an educator with this is because, when I produce something, when I'm educating, I'm really trying to put my information out there. And what better way to have that? What better compliment, I guess you could say, is if people choose to reuse the content I create. That really sparked something for me. So I got to thinking, how much more rich would my teaching experience be if I could have or use other people's information, had access to their presentations, to their literature, and I had the ability to share this with others without worrying about anything legal. If I looked at everything that I've learned in the past and where it's come from, if I could reuse some of it, because some of it's been excellent, how much more rich could I make my teaching experience? So open content with Creative Commons, it provides opportunities to build upon what others have already done, their knowledge base, their ideas. And it's really a way to vary our starting point, not right from the beginning every time, but maybe start building on some products that are already there and allow us to get better. In doing so, we're working collaboratively with others. And as an educator, the process of learning is about the student. And that's something really I want to focus on moving forward in my teaching career. It's about the student. It's not about the instructor. So the content I bring to my classes, the documents or videos that I create, it's not me. This isn't about me. This needs to be about the student. If I can use others and provide mine for others to use, we can enrich the lives of students. And as educators, that's really our goal. It's all about the student. It's not about me and it's not about my information. These are some of the takeaways I got. So creativecommons.org, they summed it up quite nicely. What is Creative Commons? And it's a way to provide licenses that are free, simple, and standardized. It allows others to copy, distribute, and make use of people's works should they choose to. And then the owner of that document or whatever it might be, they have the ability to choose how they want their works redistributed. So do you want to just share it? You want to be recognized when it's used? Are you going to allow people to change your content or rework it? It really gives a lot of flexibility, and it's putting content, putting yourself and your information out there. So when I considered, companies or for-profit entities that want to have or retain a competitive edge, businesses, schools, places like that, copyright's a way to protect their individuality. It's a way to protect their knowledge, maybe their competitive edge or their marketing. It protects their business, and at the end of the day, when you protect your business, you're protecting power and you're protecting money. That's what it kind of chalks up to. I think people are generally scared when contemplating or considering their own content and putting it out there and having it reused. They're scared of losing control, scared of maybe losing that competitive edge or losing something that sets them apart. Maybe my PowerPoint is really good and unique and it's impactful. And I could see in the past where I would want to keep that for myself so no one else can be that good. It gives me a competitive edge in my industry. I've fallen victim to that myself. So in using Creative Commons, it's a way to take the business out of education. Education, if it's open and free, we're all going to get better. We're all going to grow through this. Is Creative Commons? I asked ask myself, is it the tool that we need to set learning and education into overdrive for everyone in the whole world? Providing, maybe you don't have the means to go to a high-level school, but if information is available and free and free to share and use and reuse, are we now creating a level platform for everyone to learn on? I think as educators, it's very important that we remember we have a gift. And our gift is the platform that we have to share our knowledge and information with others for the betterment and growth of themselves. And in doing so, we are growing. When you see and get the reward of people who are learning and growing and taking your ideas and even elevating them some more, what a full circle of success that looks like. With Creative Commons, as an educator, we can expand our platform, and although we may not be the ones directly delivering the information, if our information is being reused, we are certainly contributing to the overall growth of people and students in the world. And it could be all over the world with how much the internet has changed education. UBC, an article on UBC, they very nicely sum up Creative Commons as a proactive offering of people's work to the public. So rather than have people seek you out and ask for permission to use your work, which can be labor intensive and cumbersome and quite time consuming, we're really saying, here you go, you're free to use it in this way. And isn't that what teaching really is? It's an offering to students, offering to people who want to learn. So open education, which Creative Commons kind of utilizes, the benefits is that we have more real-time info. So as new information is being presented or developed and Creative Commons licenses are being exercised, that content now becomes available immediately. We have more base knowledge to build upon and therefore create a broader network of learning. So if there's more information out there, people can take it and spin it off and grow that even more. Myself, I'm in the transportation industry. I'm a driver trainer, I'm a machinery operator trainer, and as I was researching this subject, I really started to relate it back to what I do. And I started thinking about copyright as roadways. Copyright is private roads that only people can use who have built them themselves. If I own a road and I built it myself and then I give you permission to use it, great, that might help you out a little bit in getting you where you're going or on your journey a little bit sooner. So what would it look like then? I thought, if copyright is a series or a network of private roads, what does Creative Commons look like? And for me, it looks like a network of roads that many different people have built and that we have openly given permission or put up a sign on the side of the road that says, please feel free to use it. Use it for your improvement. Use it for the improvement of the whole of the country or the whole of your community. And how much faster would our networks grow if everyone contributed like that? And I really saw a comparison to, copyright and private roads, Creative Commons, and public use roadways. And to me, it was a brilliant pull together for that. I was reading an article put out by Ohio State University on the development of roads in the U.S. and all throughout history, and how there was some private toll roads, and then as big government came in, they started to open things up. So a big regulator like government kind of did the opposite of what you think they would do, is they opened up the transportation networks for everyone. And I see Creative Commons as opening up the learning networks for people. Those who choose to become involved, they can put their work out there and allow others to use it and just allow this information to explode, which is really exciting as an educator. And it opens up a whole new network of information for me to draw from as well. So moving forward, what are my decisions from here? The company that I work for, it's going to be important to receive their permission to share works that I create. Anything I do privately, I will be sure to put Creative Commons on it and put it out there for the world to use, put it out there for other educators to draw from. I think, as an educator, I think I do have a gift. And the gift is the platform that I have to help educate people. If I can put my information, my ideas out there for others to build upon and grow upon, it's really exciting to think about just how far that information could go. And maybe one day it comes back full circle to me in an idea or something that I see that I know maybe I had a part in starting. So I'm going to commit to sharing as much content as I can. And I'm also going to utilize as much content as I can. You know, reinventing the wheel, that's, especially in my industry, reinventing the wheel is not something we want to do. It's already been done, so let's learn to grow upon it. Let's learn to build with it, and let's learn to use Creative Commons. I want to thank you very much for listening. I hope my comparisons maybe spark something in you, and I look forward to your feedback. Thanks so much.